So, I'm super tired today. Someone woke me up before I was ready, and I have a huge headache. So, yeah, this is the best we can do today. Hi, welcome to Snacks and Stacks. I'm finishing a book a day in December, and I've done it for 6 days now. I'm not necessarily starting and finishing a book a day, but most days, if I'm reading a volume of manga, that is the case. But I'm also, in parallel reading other books and novels and hoping to finish a few of those throughout the month as well. My food is right here, so she's very interested. This will be the second week, so the second video of, the second video of this series, and yeah, that's the gist. So enjoy. I'm on Fullmetal Volume 6 of the Fullmetal edition. In Book 6, the person on the cover is Envy, I believe, and we have Greed and Sloth on the back. We have just gone through a couple things, trying to keep this spoiler free, but we are kind of at the point where the brothers were with their teacher and trying to figure out how to find the stone. Colonel Mustang has just been assigned to Central, so everyone, his little gang, his little group of army people are going there. And yeah, so I'm gonna eat now and read. She's lust. There's greed and sloth in the back. I have finished book 6. This is really about the arrival of some of our new side characters. If you've watched the anime or read this book, you'll know that there are characters from another location called Shing, and they have to cross a desert in order to get there, and we see the arrival of 2 different characters. It's actually 4 different characters, but 2 groups. There's one that's a little girl with her little pet panda, and then one that you find out is a prince with 2 servants. And so they are here to also find the secrets of immortality, which is a big kind of thread in this book, in this series, without any spoilers. I continue to find some of the parts that are new in this to be very interesting. They introduce the girl character in a different way in the book than in the show, and I actually really like the way they introduced her in the book. I think it would have taken too long to show it in the show, but it gives me more of an idea of why in the show she ends up looking for the Elric brothers. So I keep checking my microphone because it's dying. I'm gonna head out and do the rest of my day. It's Sunday, it's chore day. So yeah, I'll see you back here tomorrow. Hello. Today is Monday. We have enough time, I think, to take a full lunch break. And today I am going to finish Heat of the Everflame. I might not finish on my lunch break, but I'm hoping to because I read quite quickly. And my audiobook says that I'm 92% in and I have 2 hours and 46 minutes left, but I am listening at 2 times speed. I'm actually just gonna read with my eyes. That might be faster. And then whatever I don't finish on my lunch break, I'm gonna finish tonight. So, or while I'm working. Totally possible. Actually, I forgot to check if I have a meeting coming up. Let me do that while I heat up my lunch. My lunch is some fried rice that I made this morning, and so I just need to heat it back up. Oh, quick disclaimer about this book, this audiobook. You start off the audiobook with a man saying that this is narrated by 2 narrators. So my thought process was, well, this is a bigger book. Maybe it's like dual POV. That's pretty cool, but it's not. So you think it's like a dual POV, but I finally got to the second POV, and it was just one little section where the male narrator was used. So if you got excited like I did, push that excitement away, because it's not happening. And it was italicized. It was an italicized section. And yeah, that is not in the rest of the book. I'm not reading the words, I'm just looking at the text. So I have this much of the book left. So I don't see how this I can't finish it, but let's just try. Oh, before I start reading, actually, I have to get the dogs back in because it's yuck out. One sec. Do you want to come with me? Okay. You can see the doggies. Da, da, da. Most likely, Sadie is going to be right there. Yep. And Yuki is all the way... What is she doing? What are you... Yukina! What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you looking at birds and squirrels? All right, come on in. Okay, we'll break this in half. So much attention. Ow, good, gentle. That was aggressive a little bit. That's okay. I suddenly realized that there's a lot of dishes to be put away. So I'm gonna listen to the next chapter, but I did read one chapter while I was eating. Technically, I was supposed to be back at work 5 minutes ago, but I was on like the very last chapter, and that was a crazy cliffhanger. I can't believe they did that, but it's actually not too bad. I can't explain why I think that, but it's also really weird because even though Goodreads says that this 4th book will come out this summer, the author's website says that it's undetermined. So I just have to be okay with it. This was good at the end, a little bit dragged out in the middle, but yeah, I really hope she publishes the 4th book soon so that we can know what happens. Pen Cole is a good writer, and I think where she succeeds at is giving us these like heart palpitating endings. Like the way the world is built is very cool, and the twists and turns at the very end are always so much. But part of it is because she made her main character a little bit of a dum-dum. I know that's not really nice to say, but that's the only way that any of this is kind of believable. And even DM herself says that logic is not her strong suit, which you can kind of tell because there's something in here. I think I know why she has left this realization out, but I figured out something like super early on. And it's very frustrating to me that the main character has not figured it out. So yeah, I am curious to see what happens. I'm actually fine with this ending. I can't tell you anything about it and why I'm fine with it because then you'll know what happens. But let's just say it's a device that Pen Cole has been using throughout the whole series. So I'm neither surprised nor am I worried. I do think that I would be a little worried in the 4th book though, because I'm not so sure if the ending will be happy. But yeah, so today I finished Heat of the Everflame. I'm going to start on The Snow Child tonight because that's my book club read. And tomorrow I will pick up another manga. So see you guys tomorrow. I don't know what day of the vlog it is, but it's December 9th. It's actually my cousin's birthday. I got some of my gear on because it's lunch time and I'm not super hungry yet. So I'm actually going to do this with my pups first. I'm going to be listening. Good gracious, let me get down here. I'm going to be listening to Howl's Moving Castle, which is one of my novel TBRs for the month. And then I will be back to read Witch Hat number 3, this volume. Hi. And I did start on this morning a little bit because it was too cold outside for me, not for the dogs. But now they are very antsy. So we're going to do a quick walkies and be right back. All the walking is done. I probably took both of them on too long of a walk. I have like 30 minutes left. I'm going to make a quick noodle soup thing while I read. And I'm also physically reading The Snow Child, which is the book club book of the month. The book club is a local book club that I go to. I was highly disappointed when I started that book because it starts off really sad. Oh, hi. And like right on the first page, you realize that the couple that has gone to Alaska is there because they couldn't have children. And anyways, so I don't know how much I will read of that book. I try to read all the book club books, but I'm not really in like the greatest mindset for that. I am still so in love with the artwork of Witch Hat, and I'm really glad that I'm reading it in a time where I'm like more appreciative of that. Good girls. Here's one carrot, second carrot. Hello. So one of my meetings got canceled and I finished the book. So Witch Hat Atelier Volume 3, we are still, of course, learning more about wizardry, witchery. So we learn about an illness called silver wash, which this child in the green, he has it. Basically, it's being colorblind. And we also learn a bit more about how outsiders interact with witches and how they feel, not how they feel about them, but just the way they kind of interact with them, and they assume that witches just have like this all-knowing power, which obviously me and you, we know is not quite true. There is a bit more of the they're called the Brimmed Hat Witches, and we learn a bit more about them. They are like the witches that do the forbidden spells, so they keep coming up in every book little by little. And we're learning a bit more about the head witch here, the teacher witch, Quifrey, which is very interesting. He definitely has a secret. He has a dark side. You can kind of tell from his character design because he has this glasses situation, and one is dark and one is clear. And I've always felt that was interesting. And there's something that he does in this that is definitely suspicious. So, yeah. So far, this series has been great. I am actually halfway through my copies of Witch Hat Atelier, so I might need to go to the store. if it ends on like a crazy cliffhanger. So yeah, I will be back tomorrow to continue reading more Witch Hat. By Friday, if I read one Witch Hat book a day, I'll be done with Witch Hat of my physical TBR. So that will be fun. Until then, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi. Today is day Wednesday. Is that the 4th day, I think? I think I started on Sunday. So my reading today will be Witch Hat, but I just got groceries and I still have to make my lunch and I still have to walk the dogs. So I don't think it's going to be a lunch read, but we're going to try. I am going to do today, while I'm unpacking these, is continue listening to Howl's Moving Castle. So far, the book has similar scenes to the movie, but not exactly the same. And there's definitely parts in this book that I don't quite remember. And I think the movie did a little bit better, but yeah, I'm going to continue listening to it. I am about 29% in. So this could be a book that I finish today, but most likely it'll be finished tomorrow because it looks like I have 6 hours left and I don't have that many hours left of my workday. So let's go. My one big flaw in this challenge is forgetting that my lunch break is a time when I do other things too. So I just walked both the dogs at the same time in an effort to get some time. And that, I got maybe 10 minutes. But I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the 10 minutes, read, and then eat my lunch at my desk while I make edits and stuff. So, yay. All right, I only got 24 pages in, so we've got a lot to read tonight. Luckily, Eric does have piano practice, so I'll be reading in the car again, and then probably a little bit when I come home. So I'll see y'all later. What are you doing? What are these dogs doing? Oh, they're literally in my... I haven't even gotten under this blanket yet. Look at this. What is this? Reading this. But I thought the dogs were cute. Are you cute? Are you cute? Super close up. This is a heated blanket that she has stolen. I can't have it? Okay. Good thing we have multiple blankets here. This looks so cool. Oh, my nose falling. Let me see. Oh! Trying to share the cool picture. Okay. I'll take a picture of it. No one to read around here. Like goody. Oh, jeez. Oh, no, don't step on your sister. That's not nice. Sissy is relaxing. She wants to touch, and she's happy right here. I almost fell off the bed there. Okay, I'm all done. I made it. It was getting tight there for a while. It's 8 p.m. though. I mean, not that tight. But we had some people come over and it was kind of crazy. And the dogs were like super whiny and I thought I was gonna just like give up and watch TV. But I locked myself in my bedroom and I got it done. This volume was so interesting. They are doing like a second test with some of the other students in the atelier and things happen. There's so much in this that I think are like good lessons for everyone really, but especially younger kids. So I like that. It is 10 and up, so it makes sense. And I also just really love the illustration style. Like, I can't imagine how long it takes this manga artist to draw these episodes, these chapters. They are gorgeous. And I'm very, very curious about the brimmed hat versus these pointy hats, or pointed hats as they're calling them. So in this world, we have witches. Their hats are very important, which the name Witch Hat Atelier, ha. So I'm going to just point out their pointed caps. They have like a little portion there that's upturned. That is on purpose so that they don't hide their faces, because the brimmed capped witches are the ones that have like a mask basically, and each brimmed cap witch has like a special look to them, and each pointed cap has, like, I guess all the apprentices have the same hat as their master, but they all have different styles and different hats, so that's really cool. And they all have these really cool beasts that reminds me of Avatar, because of the way Avatar, the Last Airbender, will like combine animals. It does a similar thing in this book, which I really enjoy. The character on the front of this one, her name is Rika, and I like her journey because it reminds me a lot of how I feel as an artist, and how my son will talk about it sometimes. And it's what she's learning right now is, well, okay, so her conflict is that there are a lot of rules and there's a lot of like right ways to cast magic, and she feels that she should be doing her own magic, her own spells that work for her and her personality. And I think this is a mindset that a lot of younger kids, especially creatives and kids who want to be unique, falls into. And it's this thing where they think rules and fundamentals are there to be oppressive, whereas it's actually like a way to be more freeing and to then, give you like a baseline or a foundation for you to grow from. And I think this is what she's learning during this ordeal. This is such a great read. The ending of this is quite the cliffhanger, so I'm really happy to read this tomorrow as well. And I do have book 7 on hold from the library, so I'm hoping to get it this weekend. I know it doesn't tackle my physical TBR, but I'm just so curious to see what happens, and seeing how my days have been. I don't know how much of Fullmetal I'll be able to read on my work days. It's just been crazy lately trying to do everything. So I will see you guys tomorrow for book number 5. My kid is sick today, but he's playing games, so I don't know, how sick is he? Anyways, I had to take him to the doctor this morning. There was all this stuff. I was thinking I could read in the doctor's waiting room, but for some reason today they took him in so fast. I read like 5 pages. But because of all that, I don't really have a lunch break today. I still need to walk the dogs and stuff. So we will probably read Witch Hat number 5, the next one, in a little bit, and see if we can find a break somewhere to read. Most likely we will be reading late at night when all the good lighting is gone. The little bit I did read in the doctor's office was so pretty. Like, I don't know, there's something about Witch Hat that I just want to own all the copies so I can look at the art, and I want to get prints of the art, and I'm absolutely obsessed with the art style and the drawing prowess of this manga artist. I have my hat on. I'm coming. So yes, I am being called to walk these dogs. I will read when I can, guys. I'm so sorry. Hello. It is, what day is it? The 11th. And I have 1965. It is December 11th, and I have finished book 5 of Witch Hat Atelier. So I'm still on a roll here. Today was kind of kind of tight though. So this one was about the rest of the second test, and there's a lot of brimmed hat activity in this one, and we learn more about what the mentor Quifrey or Master Quifrey is kind of looking for. You can tell from the very first book that he has a very keen interest in these brim hats, and in this one you can kind of see maybe what he's looking for with them. And for 5 volumes in, I feel like the pacing of this manga is really good, and you're like learning more about everyone and why everyone is looking for the other. We find out something more about Coco, and we also find out a bit about the spell that she cast that was forbidden, and if it's able to be reversed. That's pretty much all I can tell you since we're getting further and further in. It's hard to not speak spoilers. But I will say that there's a lot of great art, like always, and one of my favorite parts, it's not much of a secret, I don't think, is the person was talking about different places, and you can see that in the background of the person talking are the different places. So just different things like that. I think this manga artist really thinks about design and layout a bit more than I've seen other mangas do, and it's just like really smart. I love the use of gray in this as well, and you know, you can see like they do like gradations with stippling in the back. It's just really cool, like use of black borders, stuff like that. It just feels really well thought out. Tomorrow is Friday, and I will pick up the 6th and my last copy of Hat Atelier, and I did put the 7th on hold. I think I said that already, at the library. Yep, so that's it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hello. Today is Friday. Yay! Office day as well, but I got home and my husband's also working from home today, which means he can take care of the dogs and I can read. So I have my leftovers, and I don't know what that is. And I have number 6 and we're ready to go. I have finished Witch Hat Volume 6. This was so delightful. We get to visit the Great Hall of Witches, which is kind of like the main place where most of the witches live, and the 4 main apprentices work together to come up with a spell that is exciting and wows this one kind of like new proctor, we'll call him. And it was just so exciting and so charming, and it really tugged my like imagination and the way they talk about magic and how it's lovely and exciting, and how it is just, I think this volume really accentuated on the fact that magic is so imaginative and so like beautiful, and what that means. Underlying this message is still the plot of who these people are and who we might want to look out for. And there's still like an ominous kind of background to everything, but this volume was just so charming is really the best word, so I'll keep saying it. And yeah, this is all of the volumes that I have. I have number 7 on hold at the library, so I'll probably try to read that sometime this month. I think 8 is, I put it on hold as well, but it's like someone else has it right now, so I don't know when I'll get that one. I don't know if I'll be able to wait. This seems like an okay stopping point, so I'm not even sure if I'll read 7. Yes, I will. But yes, this whole adventure with Witch Hat has been so much fun. I totally recommend this for those who love just the fascination of magic, the inventiveness of it, and who like seeing how magic can make everyday life like easier, and all the creative ways in which witches are able to better people's lives with this type of magic. I also really recommend it for those who enjoy very detailed artwork, and this story is done so well in this format because the magic can be seen and the creativeness and beauty can be seen, but even in black and white, because of the amount of shading and different types of drawing styles that this manga artist does. I cannot wait to see this as an anime in color. It is going to look absolutely fascinating. I have high expectations, which could be bad. But yeah, this has been such a sweet, beautiful story. I would recommend these for those who like free run, I think, because there is an underlying message there of just beauty and like how to help people. But I can't think of another one right now off the top of my head, but I'll keep thinking. It's a beautiful, charming story that I've gotten to experience in the past week, and being able to read one a day has been really nice. It lets me like sit with what I've read, but not too long so that I forget everything. So yeah, highly recommend this series. Tomorrow is a weekend, and I'm not sure what I'm going to read yet. I think I might end my vlog here. I think Monday I finished Heat of the Everflame, which is the third book in the Kindred's Curse saga. That was very good by the end. I am like seated. I'm waiting for Burn of the Everflame. And then I went ahead and read 3, 4, 5, and 6 of which Hat Atelier one every day, and that has been so wonderful. I think I started this Sunday actually. So the day before I finished Heat of the Everflame, I read volume 6 of Fullmetal Alchemist. This weekend I might go back to Fullmetal, or I might finish Howl's Moving Castle, as that was my audiobook for the week, and I'm a little more than halfway through the audiobook, so I think I could probably finish that book tomorrow, and which is why I think I'm going to stop the video here. So thank you so much for following me on my second week of my reading vlogs and my December reading challenge. Let me know what you've been reading. If you like the way these videos are going, it's nice to hear if you do. And happy reading, happy snacking, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.